It's time for my review of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, Link Evolution. Bit of a mouthful there. If the game looks familiar, it's because it's an updated version of the game already released on PS4 and PC, called Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, except now there's more cards and a whole new campaign. The concept of this game is totally cool, especially if you're a fan of the various Yu-Gi-Oh! Animes. Now, you basically play in order the various duels from each show in order using the in-game decks of whichever hero you're playing as, whether it's Yugimoto, Seto Kaiba, Joey Wheeler, any of the famous duelists from the shows, and any of the other protagonists that you come across in the many series. Even cooler is, once you beat the duel, you can play a reverse duel and play as the bad guy, which is cool. I've been dreaming of playing as Pegasus since 2002, so this is an especially cool addition. Sometimes this is equally a blessing and a curse. Occasionally, it's fun using a character's deck, but on occasion, using their sometimes poorly organized decks makes winning the traditional way pretty hard, sometimes annoyingly so. Luckily, like any great Yu-Gi-Oh game, you can make your own deck, using from, over 9,000 cards spanning all the way back to Metal Raiders booster packs. Certain monsters even get specialized cutscenes when they are summoned, which is cool. I do wish it was skippable, though, after a point. Never thought I'd rue the day every time I summoned a Dark Magician or a Blue Eyes White Dragon. This new version of the game includes a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not, or is it V-Rains? I'm not familiar with the show. But it has a whole new campaign complete with Link monsters. And admittedly, I'm not huge on this whole new summoning concept. I kind of fell off after the Pendulum summons, which I still don't want to dedicate the gray matter to kind of learn. But I do love that the version comes packed with all these new cards to make just about any deck you'd ever want to make. And I also love that it's on the Switch, because I'm a staunch believer that Yu-Gi-Oh! Games are far better on portable consoles. Now, like Pokemon and Animal Crossing, it's a series that's great on the go, and in my case, being lazy in bed on Saturday mornings, kind of chasing that old magic of watching the anime. There's also modes like Battle Packs, where you assemble decks from randomized booster packs, that offer a serious challenge for old-time fans like me who haven't always kept up with the newly released cards. And as someone who bought the PC game, I will say that loading times fared a little better this time around, which is also a neat addition. And of course, like any great, multiplayer game like this, there is an online multiplayer, and it's pretty stable and responsive. I played about 20 minutes of it. I'm not very good compared to like a lot of the skilled people, so I didn't stay on. But I'm using a wired connection on my Switch. And I think that definitely made it as stable as possible. Other than that, there's not much to say. There are a few annoyances in the game, but nothing that makes me want to ding it, considering that this upgraded version of the game practically sings on the Switch. And at only $39.99, it's substantially cheaper than other AAA titles. There's plenty here for classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans from the Battle City days, to the new fans who are patient enough to learn how to use Pendulum and Link monsters. I'm not gonna, invest the time, sorry. Me, I'm just not gonna dedicate the time to learning them. I think I'm too old to really dive deep into that. But, I'm happy with Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, 5Ds. I'm happy with those. I'm giving Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, Link Evolution, 9 out of 10. Do you think I was a little bit too generous with my score, or do you have any questions about the game you'd like me to clarify? Drop me a line in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you. Also, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell icon. It helps my channel out a bunch. In the meantime, check out my other videos. I think you'll like them. Catch you next time. Bye!